Welcome to Business Book Daily. Today I'm breaking down a book about how startups can build smarter, move faster, and avoid wasting time on ideas that don't work. I'll cover the big idea, the practical business lesson, and 3 sharp insights you can use right away. Let's get into it. But first, a word from our sponsor. Want to sell more without adding fixed payroll? A lot of smart operators hire commission-only reps, experienced salespeople who get paid only when they produce results. If that sounds like a smarter way to scale, post your opportunity at commissiononly.com. Thousands of motivated reps are actively looking for performance-based roles right now. Commissiononly.com. Today's book is The Lean Startup by Ries. Ries is an entrepreneur and startup advisor known for helping founders build companies through rapid experimentation and evidence-based decision-making. His core argument is simple. Startups should stop guessing and start learning by testing ideas with real customers as quickly as possible. That's what makes this book useful. A lot of businesses spend months or even years building something they believe people want. They polish features, refine branding, and prepare for a big launch. Then they finally release it and discover the demand isn't there. Ries makes a different case. The problem isn't that teams move too slowly. It's that they build the wrong thing too efficiently. Instead of trying to get everything right up front, startups should treat their ideas like hypotheses and test them in the real world. One of the strongest ideas in the book is the build, measure, learn cycle. You build a small version of your idea, measure how customers respond, and learn whether your assumption was correct. Then you repeat the cycle. The goal isn't to impress people with a finished product. It's to get real feedback fast enough to make better decisions. That leads to another key concept: the minimum viable product. An MVP is the simplest version of your product that allows you to test a real assumption. It's not about cutting corners. It's about avoiding wasted effort. Instead of building 10 features, you build one that proves whether customers care. The book also emphasizes validated learning. A busy team can feel productive while going nowhere. What matters is whether each step teaches you something useful about your customers. Are they signing up, paying, coming back, or recommending the product? If not, the business isn't improving, no matter how much work is happening. Another important idea is innovation accounting. Early-stage businesses can't rely on traditional metrics like revenue alone because the numbers are often small or inconsistent. Instead, you track whether each experiment improves key behaviors like activation, retention, or conversion. That's how you know if you're moving in the right direction. At some point, every startup faces a critical choice: pivot or persevere. If the data shows steady progress, you keep going. If the core assumption isn't working, you change direction. Ries frames this as a disciplined decision based on evidence, not emotion. So how do you apply this? Start by identifying the key assumptions behind your business. What has to be true for this to work? Maybe customers have a strong enough problem to pay for a solution. Maybe they'll use your product regularly. Write those assumptions down instead of treating them like facts. Next, test the riskiest assumption first. Build the simplest version of your offer that allows real customers to respond. That might mean launching a basic version, offering a manual service, or testing demand before building anything complex. Then focus on behavior, not opinions. Customers will often say they like an idea, but what matters is what they do. Do they sign up, pay, and come back? Use those actions to guide your next move. After that, review results regularly. Look at what each test proves and decide whether to keep going or adjust your approach. This keeps the business grounded in reality instead of hope. Finally, shorten your cycle time. The faster you can test, learn, and improve, the stronger your business becomes. Speed matters, but only when it's tied to learning. Now, here are 3 insights worth sharing. First, startups rarely fail because they move too fast. They fail because they spent too long building something the market never wanted. Second, an MVP is not a cheap version of the final product. It's a fast way to test whether the idea deserves more investment. Third, founders who treat ideas as hypotheses make better decisions than those who treat early instincts like proof. Today's closing sponsor is Memoir, ghostwriting.com. Many of the best business books start as ideas leaders have been refining for years. Memoir, ghostwriting.com works with founders, executives, and industry experts to turn those ideas into polished business books that build authority, attract leads, and open doors. They handle everything from interviews to writing to editing to publishing. If there's a book in your head that should already be helping your business, learn more at memoirghostwriting.com. That's it for today. See you next time.